Here we are in Spring Hope, North Carolina, at our new Canaf factory. This formerly was a yams factory, which we're now converting to produce Canaf. And with me is the COO of Industrial Hemp Manufacturing, David Schmidt. David, you want to tell us about the building, and we'll go inside and take a look at it.
Sure. What we've got here is about 70,000 square feet. We've got the main manufacturing facility. We've got an additional facility right here that will be used for raw material storage and inventory.
Okay.
The facility previously packaged sweet potatoes. And we will now be processing cellulosic biomass products for the oil drilling industry and oil cleanup industry, as well as the automotive and pulp and paper industry.
All right, let's go inside and take a look. Okay, here we are inside the main warehouse where the factory will be reassembled. David, why don't you tell us what we're looking at inside here and how it's going to look in a couple months?
Well, once we get the Tomafa decortication line installed, it'll be it'll run just about the length of the building. It's 265 feet in length. It then makes a U and will come back 265 feet the opposite direction. All of the interior walls that you see will be coming down over the next week or two to make room for both the Tomafa decortication line as well as the McTavish line. Most of the machinery you see behind me has been transported from the old facility over here to Spring Hope. We will begin installing the Tomafa decortication line next Tuesday. So as those components come over, they'll be placed where they're going, and we'll get the electrical hooked up, and hopefully about 60 days from the time we start, we'll have that piece of the equation fully operational, and then that'll leave the McTavish line to install, as well as the milling machinery.
What's the difference between the two lines? What do they do?
Well, the decortication line is the beginning of the process where the fiber is removed from the stalk. The McTavish line mainly handles the core. It removes the smaller amounts of fiber from the core of the stalk.
Okay. All right. Okay, go.
If you start with a 1,000-pound bale of raw Canaf, and you end up with the finished product with the core and the fiber, where's your loss? How much loss you have in
We've
there?
got about 5% dirt that is picked up from the harvesting of the crop in the field. So the first 5% is dirt, which is then it's returned back to the field. Of the remaining 95% of that bale,
950 pounds.
Correct. Approximately 70% of that is going to be the core, and 30% is going to be fiber. Once it's put through the decortication line, that's the breakdown. 70% fiber, 70% core, 30% fiber.
Okay, and that 70% core, is there any loss in that?
No.
No?
None.
There's no loss?
No loss.
And what about the fiber, 30%? No
No.
loss.
No
So
loss.
all you're losing from start to finish is 5% dirt?
That's correct.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow, okay, thank you.
Right. And explain to us one more time what the core is used for and what the fiber is used for.
Fiber is used for numerous applications as well as the core. The main markets that we're going to be serving with the fiber are going to be the automotive industry, the paper and pulp industry. The core is going to be used to manufacture products for the oil drilling industry as well as oil cleanup industry.
And why? Why?
Well, the core of the Canaf plant and the core of the hemp plant are some of the most absorbent natural materials on Earth. They'll absorb over 30 times their weight, so they're ideal products to absorb oil and chemical spills.
Okay. And you mentioned that the fiber will be used for the automotive industry. How?
The fiber is used to manufacture several components for an automobile. The interior door panels are made out of natural fiber and polypropylene. There's components such as headliners, components in the trunk that are manufactured from natural fiber.
And why do they want to use the canaf fiber? What does it do for the automobile?
It's very lightweight, it's very strong, it's 100% recyclable.
Is it heat resistant, sound resistant?
When the interior door panels that are made out of the natural fiber and polypropylene, they help to reduce road noise. They're very lightweight and they're very strong.
All right, great, thank you. Now, besides the factory warehouse, we also have a secondary warehouse that's about how many square feet, David?
15, 16,000.
Where we're storing unprocessed canaf, which we can use for feeding the line. And we can go in there, but it's just a big, empty, air-conditioned area. And as you can see, there's still a lot of junk around that we need to clean up. And hopefully, after it's all cleaned up, we're going to get an after video to show you how much work we've done on this plant. Here we are unloading some bales.
Decorticated canaf fiber.
Look at that machine. That's
This is the
pretty cool.
fiber that's used for the pulp and paper industry, as well as the automotive industry.
So this is processed canaf that
Yes.
has the core removed,
Correct.
and it's silky smooth.
Very nice fiber.
That is a neat machine.
Yeah, I just got the second one's being delivered to Snow Hill today to facilitate. We're getting a little behind schedule on the removal of the raw material. Still got about 10 million pounds to go, so we've got to expedite this.
Into the storage he goes. Okay, I stand corrected. These warehouses will contain processed canaf as well as unprocessed. And as you can see, we've got quite a bit stacked up in here. Now this is all processed canaf ready to be sold. And this is just the fiber, it's not the core. David, why don't you stand there so we can see comparison how tall this is. So as you can see, it's about 20 feet high.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of canaf. All right, David, this is a pretty large piece of machinery. Can you tell us what this does?
This is just one component of the McTavish line. This is where the remaining fiber is removed from the core of the plant.
Okay. And what's that window for? I see a big window.
Just to watch the material flow.
Okay, and this is like near the end of the line then?
That's correct.
All right, thank you. All right, David, I see some more big pieces of equipment. Can you explain what these are?
This one behind me is just a transport blower. It's how the material is conveyed through the entire system with air. And this blower generates the airflow to move it through the ductwork.
How much air moves through there in CFM?
Thousands of CFM, thousands.
That's a pretty big fan, in other words.
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.